Alright, so this is video 2, and it's going to go into a little bit more detail about actual basic playing technique. So as we talked about last time, we have set, hi-hat, and crash, and those are our 3 basic positions. So now we're going to use those to start playing. So we always start at set position, and then if we're going to move into playing some hi-hats, we're going to bring ourselves up to hi-hat playing position. So this is again basic hi-hat playing position. If we're about to play the hi-hats, we're going to bring them into our stomach and they'll be touching right here. So basically it's really simple. All you do is just open a little bit. You don't want to open them super wide because then your precision is going to be way off. So you open them just a little bit and slam them together. It's a really easy, basic motion, but the point is you want a very crisp sound. You don't want it to ring at all, but you want it to be very crisp. And you don't want there to be a poofing sound, which happens if you collide both cymbals exactly on top of each other. You'll get an air pocket. And so you want the cymbals to be just a little bit off from each other so you get a nice crisp sound. So then the next one we'll talk about is taps. So the taps is actually a variation on our crash position. When we go to taps, we will start at crash position and then alter it so that our right cymbal is just over our left cymbal, and we'll bring the cymbals down so that they cross at about our eye level. And so all you do here is you just move your right wrist up and down. Again, not a ton because we want a precision to stay as precise as possible, but you just move them, let them bounce off of each other and allow them to ring a little bit. So lastly is crash technique, and I'm going to be showing you 2 different kinds of crash technique. The first will start out of basic crash position. So when we come to basic crash position, we have kind of a 3-step process for crashes, and we call it like the AVA technique. And so when we're about to crash, we prep ourselves by coming to an A. You can see the A, pretty fancy, and then to a V, and then bringing the cymbals together and bouncing them off to each other, back to the V, and back to set position. So basically what it'll look like is your cymbals will come to the A, come to the V, and the reason we make a V is so that the bottom part of the cymbal can hit first, a little bit off from its other, and then it'll slide itself across, and then the top parts will hit, and then we'll come back to set. So if you're doing it quickly, this is what it'll look like. And it'll take a long time to get this to feel good, but that's the main goal, is for it to feel fluid, and you want the sound to be a very ringing sound. You don't want any dampening at all. So again, the point is to hit the bottom and then hit the top, almost like a flam, but you want it to be very quick and precise. So the second type of crash we'll do will actually come out of hi-hat position, and it's the exact same idea except a little bit varied because we're at a 45-degree angle. So we go to the A, then to the V, and then slide it through back to the A, to the V, and we come back to a close. So if you do it in fast motion, it'll look like this. And you'll notice that after I crash, I give it a little time to just resonate right here. Also the same with this one. After I crash, I let it resonate just for a little bit and then bring it back to set position. That's how we get the best sound out of a cymbal. The main thing for a cymbal player is just to be able to identify what sounds good. And so as you're working through the technique, if you see something that sounds good, focus on that, and that you're probably doing the right thing. So this is video 2. Thanks for watching.